my goodness. I need to button this up a little more. Looking like fucking Fabio here. Jeez. Did not have the camera on before I got started. My hair's also, I'm looking a little fuck ass today. But folks, welcome into the stream. Welcome to the stream. Folks, it is I, your friend, your pal, William. How we all doing today? Talk to me. Talk to your boy. Lots to cover. Let me pull up my notes here. I had to put together notes because there's so much going on, you know? So much going on. Hold on 1 second. Let's get all set up. Folks, first and foremost today, before we get really into anything, let me first announce that we have Rumble Vrillium Live. Let me actually open that up for you. This also uses time as an opportunity to show you my cool new... 1 second, folks. I'm not even signed in. That's so funny. Okay, let me go to the channel. Rumble Vrillium Live, as you can see here. Nope. What is it? Is it at Vrillium Live? Do they do it like that? Is it literally just Vrillium? It's one of those. I'll put it in the link of the video. Don't pay attention to that. Actually, matter of fact, you know what I can do? I'll log into it. Sorry, I had my assistant just sign this up today. 404. Thank you, folks. Let me know in the chat. Let me know. I know I'm going to start a kick for streaming. I opened up a Rumble because just in case, and God willing, it never comes to that, okay? Let's say that, God willing. If it ever comes to that, you know, something happens here, okay? Oh, rumble.com user Vrillium Live. That's how you do it. Okay. Sorry, I didn't know how their URLs work. Okay. Here we go. User Vrillium Live. So go there, rumble.com/user. God, does Rumble, dude, the guys at Rumble, like, what the fuck are they doing, dude? It is the most Gen X platform I think I have ever seen. Like, these people just don't know how to make a platform. The UI looks like shit. It acts like shit. The ads are stupid. And, like, rumble.com/user/Vrillium Live. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? If I want to show some on my YouTube, hey, youtube.com/Vrillium Live. That's it. Kick.com/Vrillium Live. Rumble.com/user/Vrillium Live. Who the fuck? Like, dude, it's so stupid. And then the actual platform, oh, it's just garbage. I mean, look at this. What is Steven Crowder even doing? Oh, Andrew Wilson, I like him. He's a friend of the show, family friend of the show, I suppose. So I like him. Oh, they have shorts now. Oh my God, bro. Imagine Rumble Shorts. Has anyone here watched Rumble Shorts? Anybody? Because I know there's no way this is going to be good. Like, this has to be terrible. Let's take a look at what this is.
Why do you work at Hooters?
Honestly, because the money's good.
Or why don't you do OnlyFans?
Because that's so different.
Or why is it different?
Because OnlyFans is you're basically getting naked on camera to get paid for it.
Who said naked? Why naked?
When I think OnlyFans, I just think...
Well, that's not what I said.
Goy.
Pure goyim. Like pure goys. Like pure. Like IQ lowering, like pure. It was okay. I'm not even going to get into all that. Now, folks, enough of my casual banter. There's some shit going on, okay? There's some shit going on. So we actually got to get into this shit, okay? We are going to start our live off with a little live reaction to the official Pete Hegseth brief on the situation in the Strait of Hormuz. Folks, it's a big deal, okay? It's the first time in which there's like really a big public talk about it from the White House, okay? Stop dissing my Truth Social account. Got the biddies, bro. Relax.
Goy.
Okay, so we need... Thank you for insulting Gen X. Yeah, I insult Gen X all the time. Well, boomers are Okay, we'll get into the actual meat in a second, but like, dude, when it comes to the fucking boomers, like, there's no point in hating on the boomers as much anymore because they're dead. Like, they're skeletons at this point, dude. Like, they're not alive. Like, they're so old. Like, anytime you can joke about a boomer and they won't even respond because they're sitting there in their chair actively dying of dementia. I've said it before that the Daily Wire, okay, you know Ben Shapiro, the Daily Wire, the Daily Wire's top audience, Matt Walsh's top audience right now is boomers who have died of Alzheimer's in their chairs and the autoplay is still, it's just on. And so they're in their chair dead and the autoplay is just continuing through Matt Walsh's catalog of bullshit, okay? That's the top. Like, that's what boomers are politically right now, okay? So, yeah, I make fun of Gen X. Now Gen X is the stand-in for old people who don't get it. Because Gen X, I think the youngest are what, like 50? So, I mean, they're pretty fucking old. Like, they're getting up there, man. So, you know, it is what it is. Anyways, folks, why is YouTube notifying me? Are we done? Okay, no, we're good. All right, folks, let's actually get into the meat of this stream and actually get into what we're supposed to be talking about, which is the Hegseth brief. Folks, I'm super excited about this.
President Trump has said.
Here we go. It's 30 minutes, so we got some. We're gonna do some reacting, folks. We're gonna do some reacting. Okay, we're gonna be here for a fucking minute. Okay, one second. Let me get this set up perfect for you guys. Yeah, we are going to be here for a fucking minute watching Mr. Hegseth here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we do a little reacting. It's called we do a little reacting. No. You guys, for those who don't know, before we kick this off, Hegseth, obviously, what is his actual title now? Because it's the Department of War now, right? Did they change his title too? What is his title? Okay, Secretary of War. God, dude, this administration is so, like, that's so stupid. United States Secretary of War.
Goy.
Bro, shut the fuck up. That's so I need you guys to understand, okay? When I say it, this administration is the Gen X, like, divorced dad occupied government, I'm being completely serious, okay? Pete Hegseth is what every divorced Gen X dad wishes he looked like and acted like. And that's why they put him in this position. Because they knew we were going to war with Iran. And so they were like, we need a guy who, like, base middle America is going to like, okay? And that's who they would like. They'll see Hegseth. Do you guys remember this photo? Hold on. This was the big photo when he first got put up as whatever, as the Secretary of War. What oh my God, it's so cool. Yeah, his where is it? Yeah, his Deus Vult Kaffir tattoo. Ooh, wow, this fucking guy, huh? He has a Kaffir tattoo. He's a based Christian crusader. Look at him. Look how based he is. Got a big Jerusalem cross on his titty. Look how base this guy is. Oh my God. Dude, I hate this fucking guy. Like, this is what divorced Gen X dads wish they were. They wish they were Pete Hegseth. Like, they see this fucking guy, okay? He's got, like, the silver fox thing going on, okay? Clearly on tren or something, whatever, on testosterone. He's got the tattoos, and they're like, oh my God, this dude fucking rules. Like, yo, Pete Hegseth rules, brother. Like, look, he has a Hebrew tattoo, by the way. Just want you guys to note that. He has a Hebrew tattoo. I'm fairly certain that says Yeshua in Hebrew. I could be wrong. Hold on. Is that? My internet is like piss slow today. Yeah, that's great. Can I see the fucking Hebrew, please? Okay. that's super cool, Wikipedia. Can I see it, please? No, you're just not even gonna write it out for me. That's super awesome. Yeah, okay, I was right. Yeah. It's Yeshua in Hebrew. So he has Jesus in Hebrew. God, that's so... oh my God, bro. Oh my God, bro. Martin Luther, like, he has to be in hell. Like, am I crazy? Like, he has to be in hell. There's no fucking way. Like, you can't be domino butterfly effect responsible for this much fucking coal and not be in hell. Like, you have to be in hell. There's no way he is not in hell. And I know, like, I'm not supposed to say that. That's up for, you know, I don't make that. Okay, I don't make that decision, but he's gotta be, bro. There's no way. There's no way. No, he definitely mogs me. I'm saying it, yeah. He mogs me. I'm not, hey, he's a good looking guy. I am the first to fucking admit my shortcomings, okay? He definitely mogs me. I'm not, hey, you are not going to find any competition from me there, okay? I do not a very prideful guy. I'm more than willing to accept that. However, he's still an idiot. And I absolutely mog him intelligence-wise. I think we can all gather that. And if you haven't seen him speak, you are about to, and you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. So now, let's get into his brief. This is his briefing on the Iran war. Let's get... Pete is William's dad. That's funny. No, you've seen my dad. Pete Hegseth is not my fucking dad. You people have seen my dad. Let's watch. Let me know if you guys can hear it. I want to make sure volume is good. I think I got to go here.
Time and time again for years, and in this administration, Iran cannot have a nuclear bomb, and they won't. These troops, they want to finish this fight for their kids and their grandkids. This is about history. This is about legacy. Success matters. And because of this president and these Americans, we're closer than ever before to winning. President Trump is doing what no other president had the guts to do. Previous presidents were all talk. He's all action. On the battlefield, because of the latitude the president has given us, American firepower is only increasing. Iran's decreasing. We have more and more options, and they have less. Just 1 month in, only 1 month, we set the terms. The upcoming days will be decisive. Iran knows that, and there's almost nothing they can militarily do about it. Yes, they will still shoot some missiles, but we will shoot them down. Of note, the last 24 hours saw the lowest number of enemy missiles and drones fired by Iran. They will go underground, but we will find them. We recently destroyed another one of their command bunkers. Leaders forced to flee. No water, no power, no oxygen, no command and control. Their faith in their caves diminishing. The latest intel is clear out of CENTCOM. Our strikes are damaging the morale of the Iranian military, leading to widespread desertions, key personnel shortages, and causing frustrations amongst senior leaders.
Okay, let's dissect this first, okay? First and foremost, yeah, someone in the chat said it. Middle school level articulation. This guy, if you know anything about White House politics, okay, they have speech writers. Like, Hegseth was not sitting in his car on the way to D.C. writing this, okay? Someone who works there and is a professional speechwriter writes this, and yet he is bumbling through it like a fucking idiot. It's number one, okay? Number two, none of this is true. None of this is true. I want to make that clear. Literally none of this is true. None of it. We have not, there's literally no report that we have drained their missile supply in any capacity. If there's one thing Iran absolutely has, it's missile capacity. That's actually, we spoke about this in the last stream. That's literally Iran's thing, is their missile capacity. That is literally their like number one thing right now, is the fact that they have so many missiles. Like that's their number one thing. So to say that somehow in a matter of what, I think it's 30 days so far, we've managed to deplete that's ridiculous. They're sitting on millions of missiles. Like millions of varying degrees. Some we haven't even seen yet. We don't even know the technology in them because they haven't shot them out yet. So we have no idea. And this guy's saying, oh no, we're depleted. There's no proof of any of this. It's blatant lying. It's a situation where there are situations when someone lies to you and you can pull up definitive proof saying, oh, look, that statement is just incorrect. It's like they're just making things up here. Like, I don't even know how to prove him wrong because they're just making shit up. They're just making it up as they go along. They're saying, oh yeah, we've depleted the... Excuse me, what? What are you talking about? We have footage, literally. I'll pull it up. I have it in my notes. Literally today, they were firing on Israeli-backed sites and on Tel Aviv itself today. And this is from what? Like over the weekend? This was from 12 hours. Okay, so 12 hours ago. Okay, so it was from yesterday. And we have Iran shooting missiles today. What are we talking about? Like, what are we talking about? This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And like I said before, they are trying. And you may be asking yourself, okay, why are they doing this? Why are they lying about the war? Why are they lying about all of this? It doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like, you should be honest about the war. And we have been honest when things aren't looking good. The thing is this, okay? The reason that you're getting all these lies. Let me pull it up for you guys real quick. Okay, let me pull it up for you. Yeah, exactly. There's fresh. I wish I could show Telegram. There's fresh missile videos every minute. Go on Twitter. Like, all the Hebrew tweets are like, we have been in our bomb shelter for a week straight. Yes, I saw that Nick. Yes, I know Nick mentioned me last night. I sent him a super chat. I know. I was there. I sent the super chat that created that mentioning. Yes. Big W moment for the Vril heads out there. For all the real Vrilliamites out there. Anyways. No. So the reason why he's lying about this, okay, is very, very clear. It's the fact that because Iran's biggest leverage right now, I'll show you, okay? We talked about this before, but we're going to get into it again, okay? Because you can't hammer this home enough, okay? We are looking at, everyone's talking about it, the Strait of, you know what, I'll pull it up on a map more directly so you can really see it, okay? The Strait of Hormuz, okay? This is, you've absolutely heard this. This right here, this is the money. This is everything. This whole thing is being fought around this fucking curve, this horn-looking thing. Right here. Near India. Near Pakistan. You know, this is all happening here, okay? Now, dude, that's so true. What about the gays of Hormuz? That video was so stupid. Maybe I'll play that after. That's after. Let's do this first, okay? Let's look at the situation here, okay? Strait of Hormuz. Talked about it before, okay? Now, why would they want to lie about this? Why? It's because obviously Strait of Hormuz, huge economic point. This is the linchpin issue here, okay? It is the fact that our market in America, okay, ever since the fucking, it's argued when it started, but throughout all of our lives, okay, we don't have production here. Our economy is a financier economy, okay? We are ruled by a financier class, by a financier cast of people, okay? Which, guys, come on. This is live. I can't be getting a little too crazy, but come on. Anyways, that is the state of the play in our country, okay? Our economy, it's a financier economy. It's a speculative economy, okay? Now, what that means is that something like shipping futures, which all that means is like basically betting on shipping prices going up and down. Speculative market assets, okay? That shit is the driving force of our economy right now. And our economy is basically put together with like gum and duct tape surrounding this speculative economy. It's basically the top 1% of our people gambling. And those top 1%, come on. Goy. You know how it is. But basically, what we're seeing here is that the Strait of Hormuz, shipping futures is like profoundly important in our economy. Shipping, logistics, profoundly important. Now, mind you, I live in New Jersey, okay? Outside of Manhattan. That is one of the shipping hubs in this country. Like, bar none. I actually literally the other day, I think I posted, I was at IKEA, right? I think I told you guys about that on the whatever. Like, that area where the IKEA is, because it's one of the only areas that's not overpopulated to shit in New Jersey. It's like the airport and IKEA and then shipping, logistics, trucks, cranes. It's honestly kind of freaky. Like, you go look at it, like the big mega infrastructure around shipping and logistics, crazy. Now, why do I say all of this, okay? Logistics is like a fucking like, it is so important in our economy right now because we're not a productive economy. We're not like China, okay? We're not isolationists. We don't make shit. We import it and we export like other people's shit. We basically have turned ourselves into a world middleman, like a world middle manager, okay? So a lot of shipping, a lot of commerce comes through America, comes through American companies, and all this stuff, et cetera, okay? If the Strait of Hormuz, which is this key fundamental part in the shipping passage of oil, if that goes down, cooked. It's over. And you're seeing this in the economy. And so they are well aware that a war with Iran, like the Strait of Hormuz, this is Iran's ace in the hole. This is Iran's playing card, okay? This is what Iran has. But outside of this, Iran does not have that much. Because yeah, they have oil. They have a lot of oil. But so does a place like Venezuela, okay? And when someone has a lot of oil and we don't like them, we just cut them off. And we could have done that, cut them off forever ago. No problem. And we used to cut them off. Now, well, you don't like the soundboard? Oh, come on. You don't like the soundboard? It's like the funniest part. What, you don't like the soundboard? All right, 1's in the chat if you like the soundboard. 2's in the chat, I won't use the soundboard tonight. 1's in the chat, pro soundboard. 2's in the chat, we're done with the soundboard. Let me know. How do I send money? It's a super chat. You donate a super chat. Any message $5 or over. Damn, you guys are really split on this issue. This is a contentious issue. Okay, I'm seeing more 1s. So folks, we're staying with the soundboard. Sorry, folks. For those who don't like it, sorry. This is a people's dictatorship here, okay? It's a dictatorship of the William Terriot. Now, listen, what's the situation here with oil and all that, okay? Now, we used to cut off Iran from selling oil. We used to sanction them, and that made them poor, okay? And we did that for a very long time. But with all of this, okay, Iran, because they have their back against the wall here. This is a last-ditch, like back against the wall war for Iran. Their enemies want regime change. Their enemies want them out. Their enemies want them ousted. And so this is not a conflict over a resource or a conflict over whatever. For them, this is a conflict of life or death. And so they're going all the way. So in mining and closing the Strait of Hormuz, that's like a last-ditch play that they've had up their sleeve. And we knew that they could do it because, like I said, I mean, this is the Strait of Hormuz. It's under their control. But obviously, several different countries are here, okay? Obviously. To varying degrees of American, loyalty and friendship, okay? Qatar, obviously not. Qatar is, they're in the middle. Kuwait and Bahrain, that's ours. Saudi's ours. Oman, that's ours. Yemen is not. Yemen is against us, which this is also part of it because people then tried taking shipping over here with the Suez, but then fucking... Now we have Yemeni pirates over here, and also the Suez not big enough to get what we need out. So, in terms of oil, getting oil out, we need a big ass, well, it's not big, it's comparatively bigger, but it's actually really small. We need this guy, okay? We need the Strait of Hormuz. And they have mined this up. They have soldiers, guns, etc., everywhere. Oh shit, am I not sharing the screen? I'm stupid. I hope it wasn't doing that for too long. Anyways. Now, why are they lying about all of this? Why are they lying to us? It's because if they were honest with us about things like the Gerald Ford, about things like the fact that, yeah, we're going to have to go in on the ground. We're fucked. If they were honest about that, okay? If we were honest about that, the market would crash. Like, and you've been seeing the market for the past week. It's been going up and down, up and down. It's been one day, the news comes out from Donald Trump. By the way, that was actually one of my live stream topics. Was I came and I talked about Trump literally playing the market, rigging the market, and making wealth off of it. The lie that was said about the Gerald Ford is that it got attacked by Iran. Do you guys not? Did you guys not know that? We talked about this before. Are there new people here? I guess there's new people here. Okay. Yeah, the Gerald Ford, which was the big carrier that we had stationed outside of here. Okay, like actually, I think it wasn't here. It was on the other side. I'm fairly certain we had it near actually Israel. We had it over here. Yeah, and then we stationed it in Crete. Okay, so we had it here, and it was just kind of in this general area. Okay, so we had that. Okay, we had that. But all of a sudden, the White House reports, oh, well, actually, there was a fire in the kitchen. Bro. Are you serious? Are you serious? Oh, there was a fire in the kitchen. Are you kidding me? Oh, sorry, a laundry fire and a kitchen fire. That's what they said. Really? The most advanced naval carrier that we have ever constructed, worth $13 billion with a B, $billion, okay? That made of fucking block steel. Like, this is a very, very advanced craft. That was put out of commission for 18 months because of a laundry fire. How dumb. Like, bro, they think the Goys are so stupid, bro. And don't get me wrong, like, I'll admit this as a Gentile, a fair amount of the Goyim are, like, they're a little unsavable, okay? They are a little unsavable, I'm not gonna lie. I've met a fair amount of Goyas where I'm like, yeah, okay, I get what they're talking about with you, okay? But, like, they're not that dumb. Like, that dumb that really, I mean, I guess it's true that some people do believe it, though. People believe it. Some people believe it. And they go, yeah, no, that's real. I trust Trump on that one. No, they're lying. It got hit by Iran. It makes complete sense. Let me open the screen. Iran has the capability to launch something like a torpedo or a missile into the Mediterranean. They can do that. Why? Because what's on the Mediterranean? What's on the Mediterranean? Literally within very simple shot to Cyprus, where they docked it. Lebanon. Lebanon is right here. Beirut, capital, right. Actually, Lebanon, for those who know ball, Beirut's right there, okay? Right here, Lebanon, okay? Hezbollah is there. And Hezbollah is armed by Iran via Syria and via other countries in the area. So Iran presumably has like networks, so they're bringing stuff from Iran through Iraq, through Syria into Lebanon. So Lebanon, Hezbollah is armed, like meaningfully armed. And so it makes complete sense that they probably launched some kind of torpedo or some kind of missile into a key vulnerable point in the USS Gerald Ford, which put the ship out of commission. Duh. Like, duh. Like, how dumb do they think we are, bro? How dumb do they think we are? How dumb? It's honestly offensive. It's like how, like, it's bad enough that they, it's bad enough that they think of us just like in general as like we don't have souls or whatever. But like, bro, are you kidding? Like, really? Like, at least make the propaganda believable. Like back in the day, with propaganda, what did we have? In the Iraq War, how did they propagandize to us? Call of Duty, the Battlefield games, American Sniper, fucking Bradley Martin. That was a great time. Like, they were actually putting in effort with this stuff. Now what do we have? We have Pete Hegseth getting up on stage for 30 fucking minutes telling us that a laundry fire on the largest ship we have ever built, that a laundry fire put it out of commission for 18 months. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? How dumb do they think we are? And by the way, if this is news to you, first off, you're not going to make it, buddy. Second, like, this is the fucking fact of the matter, okay? This is the fact of the matter. It is so clear that Iran knocked them out. And so, yeah, things aren't going good. And we talked about this in the last stream. Let me open up the map again. We talked about this in the last stream. Now, let me actually open up here. Let me open up back to here for you guys so we can get a little state of the play here. Now, one of the things that Iran put out, what's going on here? Oh, the stop anti. I don't mind when Indians come in the chat. I really don't, because I mean, I'll remove them if you guys don't want them here. I don't mind though, because like they boost engagement. But anyways, point is this, okay? Yeah, there you go. Anyways, so here's the situation we're at, okay? Let me actually pull up my, let me pull up my notes here. I gotta get like a click switcher. I'm using my mouse for that. But I don't think I can show some of the footage that came out today. Can I? I think I can. Let me see. I want to make sure, you know what I mean? Like, I want to make sure. This is why, guys, you got to go follow me on Kick and all that. I would love to start streaming on a platform like Kick or Rumble so I can be more honest with you people and say the things I want to say. And you can always follow my Twitter. On Twitter, I'm very uncensored, so you can follow me there. Oh, wait, did it get deleted? That's so funny. No, wait, yeah. I think I can pull this post up. Hold on. This is fine. Yeah. Hold on. This is perfectly fine. There we go. Okay. Throw the links. I just told you, I'm Vrillium Live everywhere. Everywhere, okay? YouTube, Instagram, Kick, Rumble, MySpace. I'm fucking Vrillium Live everywhere. Everywhere. If you open up a platform and type in Vrillium Live, you will find me. You'll find my beautiful face. Any platform. I don't know what, like, and there's a link tree. Right down here, there's a link tree. If you can't spell Vrillium Live, I promise you, there's a link tree. You can click it, and it'll take you everywhere. No, I like Kick. I like Kick more, but the problem is that Kick isn't algorithmic, and I have fans here on YouTube, and it's you got to bring them over. It's a whole thing, okay? So I'm doing this as like a promotion thing, basically. But yeah, I can't speak very honestly. I can't speak very openly as much as I would like to. Now, I can speak a little bit. So like right here, okay? This was from today. So remember, what did Hegseth say? What did Hegseth say? You know what? Let's repeat it. Let's repeat it. What did Hegseth just say to us? The official Secretary of War, what did he say to us? What did he say to us? Let's find out.
On the battlefield, because of the latitude the president has given us, American firepower is only increasing. Iran's decreasing. We have more and more options, and they have less. Just
okay, you heard that, right? Less and less. It's going down, right? Less and less. Okay, let's take a look at this then. This is from today in central Israel. let me note from the map. Let's just note real quick, okay? Central Israel's there, like near the Negev, okay? Iran is all the way over here. So for a missile to be able to go from Iran to central Israel implies that not only do they have missiles, okay, they have really good missiles, like advanced missiles. Look at this.
Israel's emergency. Several cars caught fire after missile fragments fell in central Israel following a barrage fired from Iran. In this video, cars can be seen severely burned. Falling missile debris was reported at multiple sites in the Tel Aviv district, according to police. 11 people were injured, according to Israel's emergency service, Magen David Adom. Emergency responders were seen at an impact site on Tel Aviv's beach promenade. An IDF spokesperson.
You understand how hard it is? You understand? Looks like the fallout from a laundry fire. No, but you understand how hard it is to launch a missile from Iran and land it in Israel? Like Israel, let me note, okay? Israel can't launch missiles from Israel and land them in Iran. Let's note that, okay? Israel doesn't have that capability. They don't. Israel has air superiority, so they can fly bombers, they can fly planes, and they can send, missiles down that way. But to be able to send a stationary, missile, ground to air, and fucking launch it from Israel into anywhere in Iran, anywhere in their borders, they can't do that. And yet Iran is sitting pretty in Iran, in Persia, launching fucking ground to air missiles all the way over. We saw the map. They have to clear 4 different countries, bro. They have to clear 4 different countries to land a missile into Israel, and they're doing it. And Hegseth wants us to believe that things are going good. Hegseth wants us to believe. No, text-to-speech is on. Yeah, no, text-to-speech is on. What is this? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's on. You can send. If you send yeah, no, it's on. Okay. Bro, how dumb do they think we are? It's impressive. But all of this blends into a greater question, okay? Which is, again, like I said, the reason they're lying about this is definitively for economics. They don't want to destroy the market. Because our market right now, watching from South Africa, oh, right, I have friends down. Well, I mean, I have associates down there. My friends go a lot. I have a good friend of mine he is really good friends with the Orania people. He actually was just there, earlier this month. You know Orania, the Afrikaans village? He was there this month. And those people follow me, the Yoast and all them, right? Maybe they did. I don't know if they still do. But no, I don't know. There are some chosen down there, I'm pretty sure. Historically there were, but I don't know if they're still there. I'm pretty sure they got out of Dodge in 94. I think most people did. But anyways, what the hell's going on here? Sorry, I'm just checking the trending real quick. 5 memberships. Wow. Yeah, I turned on memberships today. Dude, thank you. Oh my God, dude, thank you. I appreciate that. From It Ken Riza. I love that, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hold on, where's the claps? Nope. There we go. Oh 07, folks. Hit him with the 07. It Ken Riza. W Riza. Hit him with the W. Love it. So South Africa was promised them too. Well, yeah, there was a lot of crossover there. Yeah, actually there was. Yes, there was. In the uranium, in the video I just did about Zalman Shapiro, if you guys watched, about how Israel got a nuke, I talked about it. I didn't get to cover it fully because obviously it that'd be like a 3-hour long video. Okay. Now, I talked about it a little bit, but I didn't get fully into the fact that South Africa, they actually played a role in that. They actually got some uranium from South Africa during the Plumbat affair, the yellow cake affair, that whole thing. They got yellow cake uranium from South Africa. So there is this weird connection to like post-colonial Africa and the state of Israel. That does exist. It does. And in terms of apartheid, it was them, a lot of activists from them that played a pivotal role in the deconstruction of South Africa, which, by the way, you know what? I'm going to take a fucking second here. Hold on. There's one thing to know about the Vrillium streams is that I go off topic a lot. Okay, I'm not good at staying on topic, but this is somewhat related. I am so fucking sick of these leftist idiots talking about BDS, bro. I'm sick of it. BDS, boycott, divest, sanctions, BDS. Okay? This is, for those who don't know, it's basically boycotting the state of Israel. Okay? I am so fucking sick of hearing about BDS. Why? I support the concept as it was, and it would be awesome if that could work as a concept. Okay? Let me note that. It would be great if we could boycott McDonald's and then Israel it stops existing. That'd be awesome. That'd be super cool. But that's not how that works. People forget. They love to use, oh, well, South Africa, it was boycotts and it was yada, yada, yada that ended apartheid. Yes. Because South Africa is an export economy. It's an export economy. Do you understand that? South Africa's entire economy, both then and now, was based on exports because they're an agricultural and mining country. That's how they make their money. So like food, beer, rocks, fucking uranium, all that is it's an export economy, okay? That's their economy, okay? Israel is not an export economy. You don't purchase a lot of Israeli products. Can any of you name an Israeli product that you have in your home right now? Fucking any of you? Like, do any of us have an Israeli product in our house? I don't. Can you even name one? No, because they're not an export economy. They are two things. They are a speculative economy in the sense of they are linked into the global financial network just like America is. Because let's be honest, I mean, the American financial network, like I think we know. I'm just saying. But at the same time, the only export that Israel exports is weapons. Weapons, like guns and bombs and stuff, like fucking Uzis. Like that's their export economy. You can't boycott that. You're not buying guns. Emily, the non-binary barista at the BDS protest, are you buying $2 trillion worth of fucking arms and munitions from Israel? No, you're not. So your boycotting isn't fucking working. The reason why it doesn't work the way it would work with South Africa is because you can't boycott Israel. It's not fucking possible. And by the way, if you look at you know what? I'll give a great example, okay? Let's look at the BDS list, okay? Let's look at the BDS list. It's like a whole... Let's look at this. Great. First off, how the fuck are you gonna boycott any of these companies? Just hold on. Like, hold on. How do you boycott fucking Intel? What are you gonna do? Not have a phone? Like, what are you talking about? Second, the actual like purchasing economies, right? The actual things that you can buy that are related to Israel, right? Like, I don't know, where's a good photo here that I can use that's not terrible quality. Also, do they need a better graphic designer? These are all so low quality. My God. Okay, here we go. Yeah, here we go. See, look at this. Okay, look at this. You see all this? Brands. What is this key fucking word here? What is this key word here? Investing. investing. Because like I said, they're a speculative economy, just like ours. It's a speculative financial economy. Do you understand how many fucking levels of hedge funds and managers and asset like analyzers are in between fucking Coca-Cola and the state of Israel? Are you kidding me? You can't boycott it, dude. It's not possible. Like this whole, it's not possible. It's not. And so I say this as someone like I fucking clearly I don't like Israel, clearly. But like, dude, what are we talking about? What are we talking about, dog? What are we talking about? Oh yeah, we're gonna like, dude, no, it's not the same as South Africa. South Africa, you could boycott South Africa out of existence because South Africa, all of its money came from shit that the South African state was selling people. Like food, like they were growing things in the ground, etc., etc. It's so stupid. And this is, anyways, that's a total aside, but anyways. Ugh, okay, anyways, let's get back to the actual topic at hand here. When it comes to the situation going on in Iran, what is actually going to... Okay, dude, I see your comment about Pollard. Okay. I see it. No super chat. Are super chats disabled? What's going on? Oh, are they disabled? Oh my God. Wait, yo. That would be a huge problem. Let me turn on super chats. Hold on. Ruh-roh. Oh shit, are they off? I had some issues recently with my student. It's a whole, dude, YouTube is just, I like the indification of the internet needs to be like, we need to reverse that. Okay. Like it's the internet has gotten way too Mumbai. Okay. Way less Switzerland, more Mumbai. Let's be honest. Okay. It's not looking good. All right. Hold on. I got to turn that on, I guess. Yeah. Supers and gifts. Oh, that's so stupid. Are you kidding me? Super chat is now enabled. Okay. Okay, can you do it now? If you refresh the stream, I think you're able to do it. Can we I think you can. Is it working? That's so annoying. Oh my God, bro. What are we doing, bro? Okay, yeah, super chat and gifts are on. So I think that should work. Let me know. Okay, anyways. Worst case I make a little less money this evening. That's all right. Well, if you'd like to join the membership, I guess it's only membership. That's crazy. Maybe it takes a minute for it to turn on. But anyways, if you would like to join membership, I just started membership. I have custom emotes. I don't know. Maybe that's enticing to you. I don't know. The emotes that I made can I put them as the owner? I think I can. Oh yeah, I'll put them in the chat for you. Okay, so the custom emotes are my cat. It's a photo of my cat and one of a little frog. It's a little frog someone made of me, and it says Never Vance, and that's my emotes. Hey, there we go.
That worked, nerds.
Hey, thank you, boss. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, yeah. And so yeah, if you're a member, you can use the emotes. You can use the cool emotes. It's a little picture of my cat. I've shown my cat before to the post. But let me also, in the middle of this, if this is what we're talking about, if we're taking a little break here. Oh, thank you, boss. I appreciate that. If we're taking a little break here in the middle, let me shill a little bit. Folks, like I said before, be sure. You know what? I'll pull this up. How about that? I'll pull this up. If you go to the link tree, linktree.e. What is .ee? Does anyone know? EE domain. Oh, Estonia. I didn't know that. I find it so funny that every country has an EE. I was thinking about doing for my merch I don't know if you guys have seen. I do have merch. I probably should add it to the link tree. It's not even there. I do have merch. Yeah, Plastic Radicals, like in the chat. I was thinking about buying it an Israeli domain. Like when I first set it up on Squarespace, I was like, dude, wouldn't it be funny if we bought like a Israeli domain name? So it would be like plasticradicals.is. and I like hosted it in Israel. No, that's just asking for them to take my money. That's just asking for them to just steal, to just pull the money out of the account and like totally fuck me over. But folks, this is the link tree. I need to update it, but if you hop on, like I said here, the Substack, which I don't really use, Patreon, which I gotta update the link tree. I don't actually use most of these. That's my fault. Okay, I'm kind of lazy. But as you can see here, kick.com, you click that, takes you to Vrillium on Kick. Okay, go follow me there. I want to get to a point where I can start streaming on Kick. Because if you get me on Kick, I can speak a little more freely, okay? You ever have fun with this? You watch this show and you're like, oh man, this is great. William, his stuff on YouTube is funny. Imagine how much better it would be if we could do it on Kick. And I could speak very, very fucking clearly and very loudly and say whatever I want. How fun would that be? It would be way more fun. I'm just saying. No, I know I can dual stream. I know. I gotta set that up. It's a whole thing. I know. I gotta dual stream. I know. Ugh, I hate, dude. This whole game, it's tough. But okay. That being said, also be sure to follow me on X, which I use a lot during the streams. This is my X. Again, it's Vrillium Live. I mostly just post bullshit. I'm like a total shit poster. I'm always just posting dumb stuff all the time. Like, dude, I'm the funniest Twitter poster that I know. Like, you people don't appreciate me enough, okay? You don't. And I've accepted this. You people don't appreciate me enough. The world, I am not made for this world, okay? I am so ahead of my time. I'm so fucking funny, and people don't appreciate it. They don't get it. Like, I tweet stuff and I'm like, dude, this is a banger, and it doesn't go off. And then I'll tweet some like stupid shit and it'll go off, and I'm like, dude, the world does not appreciate my ineffable genius. Like, what's a good example of some shit I tweeted? This was funny. Like, what did I tweet? Did you guys see this one? It's officially Iraq 3. Did you guys see this? This was a instant gem. This was an instant gem. I think we all grew up with the prequel trilogy, but seems another trilogy is coming our way. Of course, I'm speaking about this new Middle Eastern war. Folks, it is a...
From RSA, went to a Jewish school but the Muslim pop was about 2x the juice. My bro once overheard the Hebrew teacher telling the history teacher which sections she couldn't discuss.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh yeah, because there's a... RSA means Republic of South Africa, right? And then ZAR is that's your currency, right? Because I know that there's like an Indian population in South Africa from British rule, right? Or something like that. Do I have my history correct there? Fuck, you forgive me. I should know better, especially because, I was actually supposed to go on that Africa trip. I was supposed to go to South Africa. And when they go the next time, because he goes a lot, my friends who go, I'm definitely going to go. So for all the African Vrillium fans, both white and black, be sure to meet up with me in Africa. Can you imagine me in Africa? Bro, look at me. Imagine me going to Africa, the dark continent. Look at me. Bro, like... Can you imagine me fucking Vrillium live in the motherland? The fucking cradle of civilization? Can you imagine that? Bro, that would be fucking crazy. And I was supposed to go. They did like a whole tour. They went from Zambia to Zimbabwe to fucking all the way down to South Africa. And then they finished the trip at in Oranje. Are you a white South African, the RSA? Are you? Why? Here's my question, okay? If you're a white South African, if you're a British one, the question I guess doesn't matter. But if you're a Afrikaans, like if you're a Boer, like a Dutch one, like an Afrikaans or whatever, why don't you live in Oranje? That's my question, because I would move there. I would absolutely move there. I would move to Oranje. I can't. I don't speak Afrikaans. I'm not a Protestant. I'm not a Boer. I literally have none of the qualifications, but I absolutely would move there. Got Indian Vrillium fans. Are there Indian Vrillium fans? I would love, hey man, I would love some Indian Vrillium fans. I'd go to India. I'd do it. You guys need to understand something about Vrillium, okay? I've been called many things in my time. I've been called the F word. I've been called the T word. I've even in some cases been called the N word. But the one thing you can't call Vrillium live, Mr. William Sexton is a fucking coward.
Curry in a hurry. Mixed with Dutch and Malay. It's not so simple. Oranje is in the north, the weather is bad.
Cooked, bro. Damn, you're out. That sucks.
Not at CEO, but do you think Shia Islamism will go haywire in Mideast if Iran wins and that cascades into Sunni Islamism? A big win for pro-Muslim types.
That is the most high IQ question I've ever received. No, hold on. That is the most high IQ. I want to give you credit. And it's crazy that you're not white. That's the craziest part. Because like all the white fans of Vrillium are like, oh, we're so much smarter. And it's like, that was the most high IQ question I've ever received. So that's pretty impressive. But not a Zio, but do you think Shia Islamism will go haywire in the Middle East if Iran wins? I do think, yes, it's very clear that like the beef between Iran and Saudi, okay, you know what? We're getting into this. So for those who don't know, okay, Iran and Saudi for a number of years, let me pull up a photo. Let me pull up the map. We're going to the strategic map. I might actually make on Claude like a strategic map that like fits the stream aesthetic. I might do that. But for all intents and purposes here, okay, let's pull this up. We'll just look up Saudi Arabia. So for those who don't know, okay, Saudi Arabia, Saudi, like for a very long time, obviously Saudi, this is where Mecca is, okay? So Saudi, just kind of ever since its freedom, ever since its independence, was just seen as the de facto capital of Islam. Like it was just seen as that, okay? Like that was just the de facto. Saudi Arabia is in charge of the Islam. They are the stewards of the Masjid Haram, which is where Mecca is, where the fucking Kaaba is, the cube, okay? So that was their role for a very long time, okay? Now, obviously, they are Sunni. They are a Sunni kingdom, okay? Big time. And actually, it was Saudi Arabia, especially under King Faisal. I'll pull him up. This is an important guy that people don't know about. King Faisal was the last, like, he was real. He was a real Ottoman. Look at this fucking guy. Oh, dude, King Faisal was badass. Look at him. Look at this guy. He looks evil. Mean mug. Look at this fucking guy. Oh, dude, he was sick. He was so cool. Is that really the Wikipedia photo for fucking Faisal? You can tell an Israeli made this Wikipedia page because only they would put this fucking photo of King Faisal. He looks like a Disney villain. Anyways, no, King Faisal, he was the one who kicked off the whole Saudi oil crisis back in the day. Because he was wildly. Is that him when he was young? Oh, he was handsome as a young man. I never seen what he looked like when he was young. I didn't think cameras existed back then. That's crazy. Anyway, so Faisal, right? Faisal's whole bit, he didn't like Israel. And so Saudi Arabia, for a very long time, didn't like Israel. And they absolutely were like an ideological center. So for those who don't know, okay, prior to, like, Saudi now is very liberal. I'm gonna give you guys some Saudi politics, okay? So Saudi, because they play into this. So So for a super long time, Saudi was like super strict. We all remember that, okay? I mean, maybe not. Okay, I don't know how young you guys are, but like when I was a kid, Saudi Arabia was strict. Like it was part and parcel. Like it was women can't drive. They have to be covered. Like Saudi Arabia was like the go-to that you use when you wanted to describe an oppressive theocracy, okay? That's what Saudi was. Now, Saudi's very liberal. Like very liberal. It's not as liberal as the UAE or Qatar, but it's very liberal. That's because he's technically not king. He's a prince. This guy, hold on, called MBS for shorthand, Mohammed bin Suleiman. This guy, he is the prince, the crown prince of Saudi Arabia. So he's the king's son, I think. And so his whole thing. All right, now you're crossing a line there, buddy. We're gonna give you a nice little. You can take a little 24-hour break right there. Okay. Anyways. How do I know? Okay, you know the story of why I can speak Arabic. Anyways, so this fucking guy, MBS, okay, he's very liberal. He's like the great modernizer. He's kind of like the Peter the Great of Saudi Arabia. He's a big westernizer. He's very like, hey, man, like, you know, like, what if we like loosened up the Sharia, man? Like, what if we like let the women like wear jeans and like make money and stuff, man? And then Saudi has gotten so unbelievably wealthy. Like it was already wealthy. They've gotten triple the wealth because of this guy of MBS. And so prior to him, Saudi Arabia's whole thing was they were an ideological center. Okay. What does that mean? What is an ideological center? So in geopolitics, obviously, and this is loosened a little bit as of late, but countries usually follow some ideology. So America, we are a liberal, internationalist, like neoconservative country, okay? What does that mean? We're very pro open market, fucking global free trade, et cetera, corporatocracy, whatever the fuck you want to call it, okay? Whatever, that's the whole idea, okay? Something like the Soviet Union, they were communists. They were Marxist-Leninists. That was the official denomination of communism, of Marxism. That was the Soviet Union, was Marxist-Leninism. Leninism. Gets you all mixed up in there.
Love the content. What are your thoughts on Armenians?
That's an interesting one. I like Armenians. I like them. System of a Down's first album was pretty good. Growing up, my parents had a CD copy of Steal This Album or whatever it was called. That's their first record, I think, or maybe it was their second. But no, they're great. Anyways, no, Armenians are cool. They're the first like Christian nation. They're kind of this cool Christian country, definitively in a sea of orthodoxy. And actually, they kind of played a role in this because they were part of the Soviet Union. But anyways, Dan Bilzerian, but he's not really Armenian, though. I mean, he is, but you can't, if you leave the Armenian church, you're not Armenian. That's a fact. Like, you can't be a Maronite who leaves the Maronite Catholic Church. You can't. It doesn't work like that. Anyways, if Dan Bilzerian's the biggest thing you know about Armenia, you need to go read a book, dog. Oh yeah, true. Anna Kasparian, who I mean, come on, folks. She is Armenia did give us Anna Kasparian, so you guys know my feelings on her. You listen. You guys know how I feel about Anna Kasparian. Anyways, by the way, she replied to one of my posts once, so. I'm not saying she's going to leave her husband for me, but it's not a zero chance, okay? Let's just say that, folks. It's not a 0% chance, okay? There's still I have a chance. It's a non-zero, okay? Just saying. Anyways, but you sent a super chat question, did you? It needs to be $5 for it to be text to speech. So now I have to scroll up. Yeah, you sent $4.99. I'll answer that question. Let me answer this guy's question first, though. We'll answer that though. I'll like that and put it right here. Okay, so to finish up the question, Saudi Arabia, Sunni Islam, very specifically for a very long time, they promoted something called Wahhabiyya, or in English, Wahhabism. Wahhabiyya. Iya is that's their ism. That's how they say ism. So Wahhabiyya, Sufiya, I don't even know, Salafiyya. That's how you say ism, okay? So Wahhabiyya, basically it was a form of super fucking like strict. Honestly, it's like the Protestant Reformation, like the Pentecostal, like Protestant version of Islam. Came from the teachings of one guy called Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab. That's his full name. He was a sheikh, and he wrote a bunch of texts, and that's where they get the fucking ideology from. And so fucking Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab creates Wahhabiyya, okay? And that was Saudi Arabia's state ideology for a very long time, and in some ways still is. But they've kind of loosened that because Mohammed bin Salman, he's not like that. He's pretty liberal. Anyways, the reason I say that is because for a very long time, there was an ideological war between the two. Because like I said, if we look at the map here, okay? Saudi Arabia's here, Sunni, Wahhabiyya. Over here, Iran, after 1979, Iran becomes the capital of Shia Islam. Fucking Iran right here, Shia Islam. They become like the stewards of Shia Islam. Also, they border, Karbala is on the border, isn't it? Hold on. I think Karbala is, right? Where is Karbala? They border it, don't they? I don't know. Fucking what, not important. Basically, this whole fucking area, a lot of Shias, okay? And historically, Iran, like Persia, adopted Shiism pretty early on. And so this whole area, and then in Azerbaijan, and in this area, this weird Shia offshoots. And so Shiism kind of expands out from here. And Sunnism, more specifically, Wahhabiyya or Salafiyya, comes from here, okay? And so they had an ideological beef. You see this line right here that I'm kind of drawing? This was the ideological beef that they had with one another for a very long time. And that's why when MBS takes over, he started playing ball with Israel. And he started being nicer to Israel. Is because Israel was like, hey, we don't like Iran. You guys don't like Iran. What if there's a little team up here? That was the basis of the Abraham Accords. But Saudi actually didn't sign that, I'm pretty sure. I got to check that. But anyways, point being, I think if Iran wins, because Saudi isn't projecting Sunnism anymore, it isn't projecting ideology as much anymore. It's not funding madrasas. It's not funding people in places like Pakistan and the shit they were used to do. I do think that Shiism will become a much bigger force in the region. I do think that. I do. And I think that will have lasting effects. I think it will. And by the way, there are people who are like joining Shiism over this because they're watching as the Sunni leaders of all these different countries, of like the Hashemite kingdom in Jordan, of Saudi Arabia, honestly, of the Gulf countries, all these countries, all these Sunni countries, Turkey, kind of, if you want to call them that, they're not doing anything. Meanwhile, it's the Shias, it's the Shia militia of Hezbollah, and it's fucking Iran, which is the capital of Shiism. Those two are doing something about this. They're doing something about Al-Aqsa. They're doing something about Palestine. And so a lot of Levant Sunnis are looking at this and going, maybe we should consider being Shia. And so I do think Shiism is going to grow in the region. Okay, what is this? Vril go to North Iraq and visit an Assyrian village. I would love to. I would absolutely love to. I would love to do a tour of Lebanon and Iraq and go to like the Christian areas. I would love to. Okay, you sent a question somewhere that you wanted me to answer. What do you think of Myron Gaines? I like him. He knows my dad, Myron, but more specifically the other one, Walter. So Fresh and Fit, the Fresh, that's Walter. He knows my dad very well. I don't think I'm at liberty to say why they know one another, but they have publicly spoken, so I can say that they know each other. And I was going to go on with one figure who has now become quite controversial, who I used to make clips for. I think you guys know the one. not going to say much after that, but I was going to go on, but that ended up falling through.
If you visit RSA, a good trip for you, Arania, airplane emoji, Joburg, airplane emoji, / bus emoji, Durban, bus emoji, East London, car emoji, GQ greater than Garden Route, into greater than Cape Town. Amazing
That got really complicated very quickly, but yes. I mean, if I go, I'm going to have my friend like tour me around. And that's what I was supposed to do, is I was supposed to go, and they charted like a whole thing. They charted like a private jet. I mean, this is like a really wealthy guy. Do I know Jimmy Talks? Actually, I don't know Jimmy Talks. I'm a fan. I like his stuff. He's very funny. But we both are affiliates for Lord Miles. So he also sells the lighter that I sell. So we're actually like, there's a weird connection there. Oh, and thank you for being a member. I appreciate that. God bless you. Thank you. But there is a bit of a crossover there, because he knows Lord Miles, I know Lord Miles, and we're both selling the same lighter on behalf of Lord Miles. But I haven't spoken to him. I don't know him. I would. He seems like listen, anyone who's friends with Miles is a friend of mine. Miles is like a great guy, probably one of the funniest dudes I know. And I literally was editing Miles's video today, because I edit for Miles. And I was editing his last video that he's putting out soon. Which, that actually reminds me, I probably should check my fucking DMs. He was supposed to watch that and DM me about it, so I gotta check that. That's how I make money. Anyways, what else? Hold on. I want to answer all the super chats. You guys have been showing love with the super chats. God bless you. I appreciate it. I'm gonna have to start doing like the super chats at the end thing, like how Fuentes does, because I'm getting so many. But thank you. I appreciate it. What'd you guys say? You'd fit right in Serbia. I would love to visit Serbia. Actually, I don't know if I should not. I don't know if I should talk about this, but I don't know. It's a little controversial. And let me note real quick. This is not me endorsing nor condemning any political viewpoint. Let me note that. But a friend of mine is actually really good friends with the Serbian Bosnian separatists. So the Republic of Srpska people, like the people who are like Serbian and live in Bosnia and want to separate from Bosnia and join Serbia, he knows those guys. And they have like de facto sovereignty over this one region. And I've been invited by them. They were like, come to Serbia. They mean Bosnia because that's where they live, and then they are separatists, but I have been invited. And maybe I'd go. The problem is, if I go, people are going to see that as an endorsement of a political position, of political extremism in Serbia and Bosnia, and I have no fucking take on that, dude. My take on the Balkans is bring back Tito. That's my take. My take on fucking the Balkans is someone find a way to do like necromancy. Go get a copy of the Talmud, do necromancy on Tito's grave, bring him back to life, and give him control. That's my... If you want to know the Vrilliamite Hamiltonian opinion on the fucking Balkans, that's the official opinion. Nothing more, nothing less. Use the Talmud and Kabbalah, commit necromancy, bring Tito back to life, give him put him in charge of a new Yugoslavia. That is the official position. And if you are a fan of me, you are publicly accepting that position. Wait, did Tito do that? Did he? No, he didn't.
What are you currently reading? Hi from 3 new fans from Croatia.
Also, don't bring back Tito.
Also, don't bring back Tito FFS.
Wait, what do you mean you're from Croatia? He was one of you. What do you mean? Wait a minute. He was what? How are you going to say he's your guy? Hold on. No, hold on. If you had said, hi, and thank you for the super chat. God bless you. I appreciate it. But if you had been like, oh shit. Okay, hold on.
Any thoughts on classical European architecture? Old photos show
I do have opinions on that. Let me answer the first one, and then I'll answer you. But I do have opinions on that.
Build soulless brick cubes or abstract crap like a dying civilization.
I will answer that, but let me answer this one first. So when it comes to, if you had said 3 new fans, which, by the way, any conversation about the Balkans, I probably just gained and then lost 3 new fans. But if you're 3 new fans from Croatia, like if you had said, oh, we're 3 new fans from Bosnia, don't bring back Tito, I'd be like, okay, I kind of get it. He was a Croat. He's your guy. What do you mean? He was on your team. And granted, I mean, okay, he was supposed to be on the team of everybody. He was supposed to be on everybody's team, but he was ethnically Croatian. He was ethnically a Croat. So I don't know. I thought you'd like him. Okay.
If Iran wins, will Khamenei be the new Ali?
Oh, no. Oh, dude, you can't. That's a joke that could get you executed in like several countries. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm not going to... Listen, we're at war with them right now. I'm not going to say nothing. They're looking for any excuse to send a drone here. I don't want to be the one who tempts them. Yali Madad or whatever. Okay, let me answer these super chats. Any thoughts on classical European architecture? Yes. Old architecture was better because 1, it wasn't being managed by like financial firms, and 2, it was built by craftsmen. So what would happen was a craftsman would oversee much of construction. Now, how things get constructed is that a property management company, that's who owns my building, one of those, right? Which is, I mean, come on, we all know. Just saying, but. Basically, now most of our stuff is built by foreign labor that doesn't speak English. They're not craftsmen, they're day laborers. So it needs to be easy to put together. Basically, the reason why new buildings suck is because it's all IKEA furniture. That's basically the way to describe it. It's like IKEA furniture, but buildings. Because the laborers, they're not craftsmen. And actually, many times, like the bulk majority of the labor on like a skyscraper, they're not even trained. They're just day laborers. So it has to be as simple as possible. Some of these fucking day laborers get picture book instructions. Cooked. And also because property in America, because property ownership is now so rare, it's become a hedged asset. Like, basically, yeah, like it's cooked. And it's like totally, it's a them thing, okay? Like, it totally is. And that's why all the buildings suck and are lame, is because they're basically like presswood IKEA furniture. What is going on? What is going on? I'm not a real person. Maybe. That's a good theory. That's the dead internet Vrillium theory. I'm AI. That's a solid theory. Will Khamenei be the new Ali is still so fucking funny. That's crazy. That is crazy. Thoughts on Nick saying we should pray for Iran? We absolutely should pray for Iran. But let me be clear. We should pray for Israel. Hold on now. Oh.
You missed the first Cuban U.S. intervention in Iraq killed the Assyrian population. ISIS nail in the coffin. How do you know about Assyrians? What is your thoughts on the future of ethnic minorities in me?
Well, I know about Assyrians because I'm smarter than most people, but I know that the Assyrians were like, and actually I'm literally doing a video tomorrow about this. So actually I'm not going to answer because I'm doing a video tomorrow about this. That's actually my topic tomorrow is Middle Eastern Christians. So I'm actually not going to answer that because you want to know the answer? 6 p.m. I'm doing a video on it. So if you wanted to come by, you'll get the definitive answer in a long form, proper, good video. Now, let me answer one last thing and then we'll get back to actually talking about shit. Because this can't just be the fucking answering questions show. I need to start putting... Guys, I'm already not good at like paying attention, okay? I'm not. Like, come on, guys. Ali. I need to get like an Ali sound. You know? Anyways, we should pray for Israel. We should pray for Israel. And what do I mean by that? I mean that we should pray for their forgiveness. We should pray for their forgiveness. I do believe in that. And I will say this publicly. I pray for Israel. I pray for all of my detractors, all of my haters, anybody who has ever spoken bad about me publicly, anybody who's ever spoken bad about me privately. I pray for them because that's what we're supposed to do. And so I will admit that every night, yes, I do pray for Israel. I do. I pray for Israel. I pray for the Israeli people. I pray for Netanyahu all the time for forgiveness because that's what we're supposed to do. That's what we're supposed to do, is to pray for their forgiveness. And so I absolutely am a big proponent of that we should pray for their forgiveness, and we should pray that, they see the error of their ways, just as their people have been, led astray so many times. I mean, they rejected Christ. Christ literally came to save the world, but, especially was presented from their people and brought first and foremost to them, to their people. That's who he was interacting with. And they rejected him. And so, this is the start of their religion, the start of their history, the start of this grander, history here, this grander conflict. And so, you absolutely should be praying for them. Absolutely should be praying for them. Because they are the enemy of Christendom. Let's be honest. They're the enemy of Christendom. Okay? We know that. And we absolutely should be praying for them. Absolutely. But we should be praying for Iran's success. Obviously we shouldn't. It doesn't mean that we support their religious beliefs. It doesn't mean we support their theological beliefs. I'm not a Shia Muslim. But we should still pray for their success. And there are a lot of Christians in Iran. The Christians of Iran do actually live pretty well. Actually, if you guys want a very controversial photo here, a very interesting photo from Iran, because there's a huge Armenian community and a huge Assyrian community in Iran because of how that map works out, okay? They have a whole metro station called the Holy Mary Metro Station, dedicated to the Virgin Mary, because the Virgin Mary is obviously, she is part of Islam. Actually, one of the surahs, which is like a chapter of the Quran, is named Surah al-Maryam, which means the surah of Mother Mary. So she is respected, not venerated, but respected in Islam. And Shia Islam, they're more open to depictions. They're more open to that historically. And so they're cool with that in public. And so the Christian community of Iran, I think, who built it? It was the Assyrians, right? Am I wrong in saying that? Was it the Assyrians? Who built it? Oh, no, it was the Armenians. It was the Armenians who built it. Yeah, it was the Armenians who built it. Okay, yeah. So the Armenians of Iran built that. And yeah, it has all these depictions of her. It's very blessed, very beautiful. And that's great. I love that. That's awesome. And so yeah, they they're good to the Christian community there, which, by the way, that's pretty good for the region. That's pretty good. Yeah, oh my God, again, do we have another? Folks, we do this once every stream. Once every stream, you people force me to do this. Every stream, you people make me do it at least once. The stupid Tourette's thing. Anyways, it is tradition to ask. William gulping ASMR. Oh, fuck you. That's funny. I actually, fun fact. So Casual American Media, who is obviously the grander network that I'm part of, we actually just brought on. Did we do it publicly? I think we can say publicly that we did. We just brought on this actually, I don't know if I can I'm going to be careful. I actually don't know if I can mention that yet. But we brought on someone who works in ASMR, who does ASMR content alongside their, I'm not going to reveal gender, their audience and their platform. And we might do a collab because it'd be really funny if I was made to do ASMR. So we might do a collab where I do an ASMR video with them. That would be very funny. But anyways, how do you know Eric? Dude, we've already gone over this. We've already, dude, you can't be like, oh, you're dodging questions when you're asking questions I've answered like every stream. Every stream I've answered this fucking question. Dude, go watch the other streams. Just follow my Twitter. Get the lore yourself. You want to know about me? Run a background check. Go get the fucking lore. This whole fucking thing is not me just sitting here every night explaining my lore to you people. I am a public figure on the internet. You can go find out whatever the fuck you want about me at any goddamn time. Lord forgive me. Anyways, is that true? St. Barnabas, is that true? No, that's not true. No way. No way that's real. You sound like you're lying. St. What? What are you talking about? What? I don't believe you. I think you're just lying, dude.
Assyrian and Armenian population of Iran has declined since 1979 massively. 90%
Really?
decrease for Assyrians, 75% for Armenians.
Well,
Let's
wait,
not
hold
make
on.
them
Well, hold
seem
on, hold on.
virtuous.
Hold
Also
on.
answer 4.99Q.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Let me ask, though, is that a decrease because of Exodus, though? That's the question. Because, is it a decrease because people left? Or is it because people, I'm going to assume it is because they left. I feel like that makes more sense. That's literally, isn't that that's Patrick Bet David's story. Is he's half Armenian, half Assyrian, and then he fled as like a kid. But I mean, still, that's not. It's obviously not ideal, and I'm gonna explain more on the video that I'm doing about this. But I will say the grander question of what should Middle Eastern minorities do. Wait for the video. I'm doing a video on it. I'm not gonna spoil the ending. I'm doing a video on it. It's literally coming out tomorrow, so just wait, and I'll talk about it tomorrow. No, I'm not saying they fled for fun. Obviously, the Islamic Revolution, like that's bad. I mean, just fucking wait for the video. Just wait. It's the problem, and you get Assyrians in the chat, and they just instantly want to jump to it. It's like, dude, just wait for the video, okay? Just wait. Just wait. Wait for the video. Laura Luma told me I do work for Qatar, yes. Actually, can I say, speaking of working for Qatar, can I say, I've talked about this publicly before. I applied to work for Qatar. I did. I applied to work for Qatar. What do I mean by that? So if you go right now, okay, we're going to go through this together. If you go on Google and you look up, okay, FARA agencies, Qatar, right? You can see who works with Qatar. FARA is the Foreign Agent Registration Act or whatever. And so you can see who works for Qatar. So damn, Open Secrets is hard to get to. Yeah, Qatari back. Yeah, like you can see, okay, and there's lists of this stuff. And so when I first started popping off, right, because I didn't have, like, Instagram does not make money, like at all. It's not monetized. So
As a bloke who's married a Pashtun, I think your lust for caramel baddies will get you in trouble.
Yo.
1 Thessalonians 2:14-16. Here in the Washington, D.C. area, it's the third most Jewish area after L.A. and N.Y. The Shuli here are not religious, though, just extreme libs and
Yeah,
players.
that's common
You
for
taught
DC.
Me about
Yeah.
hayseeds.
Well, if they're in DC, they move there for politics. That makes sense. But that's I'm sorry. I'll answer that in a second, but that's a crazy super chat. As a bloke who's married a Pashtun, I think your lust for caramel baddies will get you in trouble. Buddy, it already has. It already has, okay? I've been getting in trouble for years at this point, buddy. Okay? I'm not. This ain't my first rodeo. Okay, I'm not new to the game. Okay, I know this game. Okay, I was born for this shit. Okay, I was built for this. Okay, I'm English, motherfucker. I was built for this. We are a seafaring people. I know the game. Don't tell me about how to live the goddamn game. I know the game. Anyways, Lord forgive me. But what the hell was I talking about? Hold on. Oh yeah, Qatari-backed influencer. Okay, yeah. So I wasn't making any money on Instagram because Instagram's not monetized. So I was broke and I was like unhireable because if you Google my name, you get all of this. So I'm not hireable, but Instagram wasn't making any money. So I was broke. And I'll tell you, there's nothing worse than being a face or like a name that can be Googled and recognized and you're broke. There's nothing worse than that. And I'm by no means printing money off this stuff now, but I was like broke. And so I didn't know what to do. And so I thought everyone's always accusing Tucker Carlson, he works for Qatar. Fuentes works for Qatar. So I thought I'll reach out to Qatar. I was like, I'll reach out to Qatar, dude. Like if they're going to if everyone's going to say, oh, you work for Qatar, I was like, okay, fuck it. I'm going to go work for Qatar. So I went on the FARA website. Like, where is it? FARA agencies. There's an actual site for it. It's like a government site. Yeah, Department of Justice. Yeah. So I opened this up, right? And you can go through and you can look up people, like you can look up agencies that are registered to FARA, meaning that like you can like look up like who's working for what country. And so I looked up who's working for Qatar and I found several agencies that are working for Qatar and I emailed them. I shit you not. I'm not kidding. Okay, all right, let's relax, buddy. Okay. You can tell he's Mizrahi because he is acting like a monkey. And that's what they do. Anyways, Lord forgive me. But anyways, no, so I reached out to Qatar. I did. I'm not kidding. I did. I reached out to Qatar. I emailed them. And I emailed them and I was like, hey, because my thought was this. I was like, dude, it wouldn't be me being compromised because I already believe all this stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like when an Israel First actor like Brylan Hollyhand, okay, when he gets paid, he has to pretend to believe this stuff. For me, it was like, dude, that'd be the perfect deal ever because I already believe this stuff. I'm doing their work for free. I might as well get paid. So I reached out and I was like, yo, I hear you're an agency for Qatar. I went through the FARA filing. What's up? Like, can we get a little deal going? You have any messages you want me to promote? Well, I got you. And they said no. They said no. I reached out to 3 agencies from Qatar. All 3 of them said no. You know how heartbroken I was? All 3 of them said no. And guess what the cited reason was? Take a guess what the cited reason was. Why do you think all 3 Qatari media firms said no to shadow sponsoring me? They said that I'm too Israel critical. I was too Israel critical to get money from Qatar. Dog. Brutal. Just brutal. I got that notification, those emails, and I was like, dude, it's over. Like, I was so blackpilled. I was like, dude, I'm alone in this world. I am alone. I am a chud. And it's over. It's like so over. So if you people are, is William a Fed? No, I tried to be. I tried to be an Arabic Fed. I tried to be a Qatari Fed. And now, when I have these idiots like Shabbos Kestenbaum saying to me, oh, well, you're just a hater. You're just a whatever. You're Qatari backed. No, I'm not. I tried. I sent in my application, okay? I went to the fucking interview. I tried, and they said no. So when Shabbos Kestamam goes, oh, Vrilliam, oh, well, he's part of the anti-Israel Qatari network. No, they didn't let me in, motherfucker. I got rejected. I applied. They said no. Oh, my goodness.
Wantry rise of non-Israel funded Islamism, Shia/Sunni whatever, and Giuliani's deference to Zayas jeopardize his hold and start a robust opposition to his rule.
Okay, I think English is this person's second language, because what the fuck was that? I don't know what the hell you're trying to say to me. Hold on. Let me try to parse this. Okay. Won't of non-Israel funded Islamism and Giuliani's deference to Zayos jeopardize. You're talking about Giuliani in Syria. Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, so Giuliani is like a weird actor politically. He's a weird actor politically. Character limit. Okay, sorry, that's all right. That's fine. So when it comes to, oh my God, hold on. Got to recharge a little bit. You people are killing me. Anyways. So Giuliani's an interesting character because he got into office. I'm saying that like he was elected. He marched into office. He blew a hole in the wall with a Soviet-era RPG into office, and now he's the leader. And he's kind of interesting because, like, everyone thought it was about to be, like, fundamentalist rule. Everyone was like, okay, it's going to be, like, fundamentalist rule. He's going to take over. It's going to be a Taliban situation, yada, 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 okay? But no, he's actually been, like, incredibly religiously liberal. So he's a weird actor. I mean, he's Israel. Giuliani is Israel. And granted, Assad was not... I'm not a pro-Assad guy. Assad was bad. But, like, let's be real. Giuliani is Israel. They call him Giuliani for a reason. Like, he was an ISIS guy. He was an Al-Qaeda guy. He was part of just every Israeli organization in that region. I will say, though, don't get mad, okay? Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. But... Folks, the new visual identity of Syria, folks, come on. Dude, their new, like, artwork and flags and stuff, dude. That goes so hard. Don't lie. Don't lie. Don't you fucking dare lie in my chat. You could be the most pro-Assad, anti-Giuliani guy. Don't lie. This goes hard. Bro. Don't lie. Do not lie to me. Don't lie to me, bro. Don't chat to me, fam. Look at this. Dude, it goes so fucking hard. It looks sick. Look at that. Look at that. That's why it looks like a CSGO rank. Dude, it's fucking sick. Look at the stars. Look at this. Sunni futurism. Fucking Sunni futurism. The green. Oh my God, bro. Bro, look at this. Oh my God. Look at the building. Look what... Bro, this shit is heat. Don't lie to me, okay? I'm not an Islamist. I'm not a whatever. Look at this. The colors... This is the official name of the colors that they picked. Forest, golden wheat, deep umber and charcoal. Bro, don't fucking lie to me. It looks so cool. Like, dude, it's sick. It's sick. Like, don't lie to me, bro. Don't lie to me. Like, it's like, I know some like pro-Assad people, and it's like, dude, even they got to admit, like, it goes fucking hard, dude. Like, that's a sick, it looks sick. I'm just saying. No, he is a shell. No. Yeah, I know. He is Israel. I know, but you know, it makes sense that he would introduce this aesthetic while being pro-Israel, is because that's what all the pro-Israel governments look like. Like, go look at the Gulf governments. Go look at Saudi. Saudi looks exactly like that. Saudi looks like it has a similar neo-futurism, whatever. Is Assad playing Xbox in Moscow? No, he's a dentist, right? Or an optometrist. What is he? He was an optometrist, right? Oh, an ophthalmologist. That's what he was. He's an eye surgeon. So he's not playing Xbox. No, they put his ass to work. What are you talking about? They put his ass to work. He got to Moscow after that whole affair, and Putin was like, hey, I'm due for a new prescription. And they put his ass to work. That's what he's doing. Anyways. Is that true? I don't I'll look into that. If it's true that Tito did that, that'd be fucked up. But I've never, like, Tito is known for being like religiously tolerant. That was like part of his platform. Like, one would argue that's like Titoism, like one of the big things is that it's socialist ideas, but not anti-religious. That was like one of the foundational pillars of Titoism. So I don't know why he would have done that, but I'll look into it. I'll look into it. Is William a gamer? It depends on what you mean by that. Depends on what you mean. That could mean a lot of different things. Am I a gamer? Like, I play games. I do. I play games. I play a lot of Battlefield 1. That's like the only multiplayer game I play right now is Battlefield 1. I fucking love Battlefield 1. Big fan of Battlefield 1. And then I play a lot of single player games. I play, my favorite video game of all time is Cyberpunk. That's my favorite video game. Something to know about Brillium, Cyberpunk 2077, that is my favorite. Oh shit.
Is Verlium a gamer, and if so, does he use the gamer word?
I do, but I can't hear. That's why I'm trying to move you guys. I'm trying to move you guys to Kick, because then I could use the gamer word as much as I want. Which I use way too much, I will admit. I say it too much, actually. Actually, I say it enough that it's like kind of a problem, because like it's become part of my lexicon. Like it's become part of my daily vocabulary. And there have been some close calls. There have been some close calls where I am in public and I'm not thinking and I say it and I'm like, oh shit, wait a minute. I am not on Discord. I am in a Wendy's. So like I've had some run-ins with that. But you gotta get me. We gotta go to a platform that can do that. You can't do it here. I did slip the other day. Actually, you're right. I did. That flew under the radar. You're right. I did. I totally forgot about that. What do you think was the real reason Serbia sided? I don't even want to get into all that. That's a complicated question. The only tough part I can kind of do Ayn, you know, Abdullah Azim, you know, whatever, Abdullah Azim. That's my favorite Arabic name. Abdullah Azim.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yes, I do. Yeah, I already said I have Tourette's. Anyways, folks, yeah, we're asking me too many questions. People are dropping out of the stream because I'm being boring. Anyways, let's get into some actual like content here because I bookmarked some stuff to look at. Let's take a look at Verley's bookmarks here. So, fucking Rubio. Rubio's an interesting character. So Rubio put out this video a little bit earlier. I wanted to take a little look at this, okay? Yeah, Abdul Aziz or Abdul Azim, you know. So Rubio put out a clip earlier, okay? This is a big one. So Rubio is interesting right now. Rubio is very interesting right now because you have to understand Vance is out. Like Vance, if elections were held right now, Vance is gone. Vance is done. He's out. People are not fucking with Vance because the dissident right, the America First right, they don't like Vance for a fucking myriad of reasons, okay? That's well established, okay? And then the conventional right, now, because the war in Iran is so unpopular, now people are looking at it and going, ugh, I don't like Vance. So Rubio has clearly been making a move. Rubio's making a move. You can see it in everything he's doing. I'm going to button this up. Rubio's making a move. You can see it. He is making a move on the presidency. He's trying to get the nomination. He is. You can see it. You can see it. I did the other video the other day, the America First Alliance video. I opened it talking about Rubio's, Spanish speech. I mean, he's trying to, and his position has been trying to position himself away from the war because the war isn't popular. And so Rubio clearly wants to make himself, I had nothing to do with that. But Whitehouse puts out this video, which is now we're directly tying Rubio back into the narrative. We're tying him back into the narrative, into the war. So it begs questions. What the hell is going on? Who's paying who? Because my theory on this is the fact that he is speaking on behalf of the White House, that means something's been going on. They're trying to tie Rubio to this war. They're trying to. And by the way, Vance has been nowhere to be found. Vance has not been, he's no public, whatever. He's nowhere to be found. I wouldn't be surprised if Teal and all them behind the scenes are like, yo, let's put fucking Rubio up on stage right now. Let's make Rubio take some of this, and we're gonna put Vance back here for a little bit because it's so unpopular. But let's take a look at the clip. Let's see what is Rubio talking about, because Rubio, he, like I said, interesting character. It seems like he's in the conversation. So let's take a look at what he had to say.
United States have to attack Iran now. Well, let me explain. Iran wants to have nuclear weapons. Of that, there is zero doubt. If what they truly wanted, which is what they claim, is nuclear energy, well, they could have nuclear energy like all the other countries in the world have it. And that is, you import the fuel and you build reactors above ground. That's not what Iran has done. They build their reactors and their facilities deep in mountains, away from the public glare. And they want to enrich that material. The same equipment that they could use to enrich material for energy, they could use to quickly enrich it to weapons grade. So it is clear that they've been offered every opportunity to have a nuclear program that allows them to have energy, not weapons. And every single time they have turned it down. But why the attack now? Well, what was Iran trying to do? Iran was trying to build a conventional shield, in essence, have so many missiles, have so many drones that no one could attack them, and they were well on their way. We were on the verge of an Iran that had so many missiles and so many drones that no one could do anything about their nuclear weapons program in the future. That was an intolerable risk. Under no circumstances can a country run by radical Shia clerics with an apocalyptic vision of the future ever possess nuclear weapons. And under no circumstances can they be allowed to hide and protect that program and their ambitions behind a shield of missiles and drones that no one can do anything about. This was our last best chance to eliminate that conventional threat, that conventional shield that they were trying to build.
Bro, is he good? Like, is he good? Is Rubio good? Like, it sounds like they have his like a fucking dog behind the screen. They're like, we're gonna do it if you don't fucking, like, what is going on? Also, can I say, it's so funny that they're positioning to him, or he's positioning himself, or whoever is positioning him to maybe take the nomination, because God, he is so uncharismatic, dude. Are we sure he's Cuban? Are we really sure? Because every Cuban I've met, every American Cuban expat that I've fucking met have, I mean, come on. They're Cuban. Like, they got the fucking Pitbull's one of them, okay? Pitbull is a Cuban. Like, that's the charisma we're talking about. And this is what we have. This is the Cuban expat president, really? Dog. Come on. But no, this is fucking weird. Number one, this is all pre-written, clearly. He's clearly reading a script. Second, it's all bullshit. I mean, okay, you know what? Let's give the devil his due. It's technically not bullshit. It's technically not, okay? What do I mean by that? He's technically not lying, okay? Yes, Iran, and if you watch the video that I just put out, actually literally 2 days ago, okay, if you watch that video, yes, I talk about this. Iran does have Schrodinger's nuclear program. They do. You can't, let's be real actors, okay? Saddam did not have any kind of stirrings of a nuclear bomb in a meaningful way, okay? He didn't. That's so funny.
Looks more shifty than Kash Patel on Rogan about Epstein.
So true. But no, so when it comes to Iran's nuclear program, okay, we do know that Iran, they actually do have a nuclear program. They do. Saddam didn't. Saddam did not have a nuclear program. That was, we were just straight up lying. Okay. The government on that one just was straight up lying. Here, he's telling a half truth. Let's make it clear. In Iraq, they were just lying. They said that Saddam had nukes. He didn't. That was a lie. Very clearly a lie. Now, in this circumstance, it's a half truth. Yes, Iran does have a pseudo-nuclear program. Yes, they do build it inside of mountains. Why? Because, yes, they want to have nuclear capability. For those who don't know, the Iranian nuclear doctrine for the last, honestly, since 1979, for the last over 50 years, okay, their doctrine has been this nuclear Schrodinger's nuke. Will they or won't they? That's been the whole idea was they have a nuclear program that they purposely built underground that is not weaponized, but it can be weaponized at any moment, and it's underground, so you can't blow it up. You can't get rid of it. And this is the play. And they've been playing this line all the time. They've been playing this line of, oh, no, we're going to build it. Nope, we're not going to build it. There's peace. Oh, you're fucking with us. We're going to build it. Okay, no, there's peace. And they've been playing this line. And that is part of their nuclear doctrine. However, let us be clear, okay, why they do that, because that's this is why it's a half truth. What's missing from this is why they do that. Why do they do it? For fun? Because they want to blow up the West and get rid of the infidels and destroy the kafirs? No, it's because Israel threatens them constantly. Israel has been nothing but hawkish to them ever since they became an ideological and regional threat. Ever since then, they have been pushing us to war with Iran. When I said to you guys that Ben Shapiro got what he voted for, I fucking meant that. War with Iran is everything Ben Shapiro. It's his wet dream. His little schmeckle is covered in sour cream over this shit. This is what he wants. This is what he wants. And so Iran, the whole point of their nuclear doctrine was to deter. It's deterrence. It is a deterrence program, which, by the way, Israel's nuclear program is also a deterrence program. It's just deterrence in the sense of, hey, guys, if we don't get our way, we're going to blow up the world because we're psychotic and insane and inbred and yada, 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 and all this. You know the deal with them. But Iran, it was deterrence from Israel. Israel made it very clear they are positioning themselves strategically to take out Iran. And so the whole idea was they said, we're going to have this will they, won't they. Enough that it won't spur the shit we got going on right now, which clearly that failed, but just enough that it will deter invasions like that. And that's why they built it underground. So yes, they do want a nuke. They do. They do want a nuke. But it's like, it's a half-truth that they're telling. They're presenting it as if Iran wanted to build a nuke for no fucking reason. Or because Iran wants to be aggressive with a nuke. But anyone who knows anything about politics knows the goal from the jump has been to deter Israel. And why do I know that? They have played by every single regulatory rule from the beginning to this very moment. They just stopped following the regulatory rules. We pulled out of that deal. Trump pulled out of that deal in his first term a decade ago, and they were still following regulatory code. Despite having absolutely no obligation to, solely to be good faith actors because they were hoping that they could cut a deal with the United States, because Iran very clearly doesn't want to have to build the nuke. Because once the nuke's built, it's off to the races, okay? That is off to the races. And this is why right now, this weird strategic positioning we have in the war, it's why we have this will they, won't they war. We're touching tips right now, okay? We're warming up, basically. I feel like Hamiltonian. No, Hamiltonian that's federalism. I believe in federalism. I believe in autocracy, kind of. I believe in a strong state. When I say Hamiltonian, I mean I disagree with the Jeffersonian model. So when we talk about American politics, okay, and granted, I'm really just using this to describe like autocracy or sort of like future politics, okay? Hamiltonian is opposite to Jeffersonian. Jeffersonian is like libertarianism, kind of. Like Jefferson wanted like, honestly, even more direct democracy. He was very individualist. His whole idea of America was America would be a nation of farmers. Not like literally, not like, oh, I want a nation of everyone's farming. It meaning the sense of everyone's like a self-reliant individual and the government, like very small government. That's the whole idea. So Jeffersonianism is like libertarianism. Hamilton was the opposite. Hamilton said, no, we want... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, federalism had the president as kind of like a temporary king, basically. Like, federalism is like kind of like a party state. It's an autocratic state, or I don't know what the word would be for like, I don't want to say one party state, but like it would be a state that operates with a strong federal government. And that's what I want. And I've talked about this before. It's because we are quickly entering the age of autocracy. The reason why China and Russia are kicking our ass in their respective fields, economy and military, is because they are autocracies. It's because they are not democracies. That's why they're winning. That's why they're winning. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. That's why they're fucking winning. Like, it's because they can make snap decisions. In America, like, look at this shit with the Strait of Hormuz. We're going back and forth. Like, no one knows what's going on. There's 1,000,001 different bureaucrats you got to go through. No one has any idea. Xi Jinping, if he wanted to try it, like if he wanted to kick off a Taiwan war, that motherfucker would have to pick up a phone on his desk and say, "Ni hao," kick it off, and it would be done in an afternoon. The war would begin. No one else gets asked. And that historically is what we want to avoid. I get that, okay? I get that. We don't want absolute rule. I get that. But the problem is, in the modern world, in the globalized world, politics moves too fast. Our enemies move too fast. That's the problem. In a globalized world, things move too fast. You can't have these levels of bureaucracy in a fucking lightning speed world. You can't. And by the way, like we're not going to get a racially homogenous society. We're not. Sorry. I've talked about this. Sorry. We're not. It's not going to happen. And honestly, in many ways, immigration is honestly starting to become a fucking dead issue if you really think about it. Like you're not going to get a racially homogenous America. It's not going to happen. And so that means that our leadership needs to be as unifying as possible. We need as much unity as possible. See, things like this ethnic tribalism or this whatever, that goes against the idea. We need to be unified, which by the way, That's what China is doing. That's what China is doing, is they're attempting to unify. They are forcing everyone to culturally conform. They're saying, okay, we are loosely Chinese. We're Han Chinese. There you go. And then everybody needs to follow that. And so they're going to every single fucking ethnic minority and regional minority and saying, hey, you can be Hui, you can be Hmong, you can be Tibetan, but guess what? First and foremost, you're fucking Chinese. And they're making them do it. And it's working. It's working. It's working. Like, you can't deny it's working, dude. I know it would be nice if it wasn't working, but it is. Like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, I'm actually supposed to have a debate soon with these two, like, avowed white nationalists. Like, white nationalists. Like, they want to, like, do full remigration. And it's going to be a dumb debate. Why is it going to be a dumb debate? Because their entire political view is fantasy. It's idealism. Their political argument is, oh, America needs remigration. Why? Oh, well, because the founders said, like, the Naturalization Act, the founders said, oh, this country should be a European country. It should only be European. And racial homogeneity helps society function. Okay. Great. How the fuck are you going to achieve that? Half the country isn't white. How are you going to achieve that? Half the country isn't white. So let's say you manage to get every single white person on your side, which, by the way, you're fucking not. You're not going to. When ICE was trying to deport illegals, 2 people died trying to stop them. Both of them were white. So you're not going to have every white on your side. But let's say you magically somehow you convinced every single white person, or at least the majority of white people in America, to agree with you. Not just conservatism, to agree with remigration of all non-whites. Let's say you pulled that off. 50% of the country is not white. You want a civil war. They're not going to go happily. They're going to say, hey, you want to get rid of all us? Fuck you. And it's going to be a war. So that's the politic, is, oh, we're going to bring a war. We're going to have a war. That's the politics. Is we're going to have the Turner Diaries. We're going to have a race war. Really? That's your politics? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? That's ridiculous. Like, it's not going to fucking happen. That's not going to happen, dude. Like, what fantasy are you living in? Like, yeah, I don't doubt that it would work. I don't doubt, like, if you could wave a wand and America is racially homogenous, is culturally homogenous, whatever. If you could wave a wand, I'm sure that it would be great. I'm sure. Just as I am sure, if you took the average, like, 12-year-old communist and waved a wand and the world worked exactly how they want it to work, I'm sure it would be a great time. The problem is, we don't live in fucking La La Land. This is real life. We're talking about real life politics. What are you talking about? This is real life politics. What are you on about? Like, you know who's not sitting around thinking about, oh man, things were so great. Oh, I'm so black-pilled. Oh, we need to return with a V. You know who's not thinking that? Israel. You know who's not thinking that? Ben Shapiro. You know who, I guarantee you, Ben Shapiro would absolutely love it if politics could go his way immediately. He would love it if he could wave his hand and the goys do everything he wants them to do, and they willingly go fight Iran, and Iran falls, and it's wonderful and it's amazing. I am absolutely sure Ben Shapiro would love that. Does he get on stage and say that? Does he get on his show and say that? No, because he knows politically that's stupid. This stuff is stupid. You want to live in a homogenous country? Build a time machine. Go back to 1964. and go jump Emmanuel Seller. Go get rid of him. And then maybe, when you come back here, you'll have gotten lucky and America will still be under the Naturalization Act, like original doctrine. Maybe. Fucking maybe. Until then, this is it. We live in a fundamentally different country. It literally does not matter what the Founding Fathers said. It doesn't. Because I don't know if you know this, the Founding Fathers specifically set up a system wherein the government and the laws could be changed. That's why it's the Naturalization Act, not the Naturalization Amendment. If it was an amendment, or sorry, a naturalization like right in the Constitution, like it's not part of the Bill of Rights. Like if it was an amendment, if it was like part of the Bill of Rights, or it was like a defined and codified, like free speech, like if it was defined and codified, it couldn't be changed. They purposely put it in the this part can be changed section. Now, granted, do I think that this was what they were imagining? No, obviously not. Obviously, they'd be appalled by this, but then again, they'd be appalled by everything because this is not the country they founded. This is a fundamentally different place. It's a fundamental. Oh my God, bro! The Founding Fathers founded a country that took up 13 states and had 1 million people total. 1 million people total. All Europeans and some slaves. That was America. When the Founding Fathers lived, acted, and died. That was America. America now covers a landmass that reaches both oceans and is home to 400 million people of all races, creeds, colors, and whatever. How are you going to argue with stuff from the first country as if the second country isn't the same thing? It's not. It's not. It's a fundamentally different country. And so my goal is to think of solutions. Trust me, we could sit here all day and lament the death of white America. And I would agree with you in many cases. I would. Of course. Homogeneity, of course it's more peaceful than what we have right now. No one is denying that. No one is denying that. Of course, racial homogeneity would be like all forms of homogeneity would make a stable and prosperous society. I do not doubt that. The problem is that's an impossibility. It's an impossibility. Like I'm sure that if I woke up every single morning with $2 million in my bank account and some head, I'd be a very happy man. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. Does not mean it is going to happen. I'm sorry. Like, what do you want me to say? We can't make that happen. However, we can look towards meaningful political solutions. We can look towards, okay, how can we make this place tolerable to live in? How can we take the current circumstance and make it a good place to live in a meaningful way? In a meaningful way. That's not one of them. Saying, oh yeah, we're just going to take all the people who are this shade of brown and under, and we're just going to put them on a boat or in a catapult. Really? That's your grand political solution? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? Like, are you an idiot? Like, I'm genuinely asking. Like, what are you talking about? How? How would that work? Well, no, see, I disagree. I think that people are naturally too tribal, but the whole idea of this is one of the things that I do believe. I think from the Founding Fathers, we can learn. It's not apply because the world that they live in no longer exists, but we can learn from them. We can be inspired by them. And what was so fascinating about the Founding Fathers was that they believed truly in the idea that the human mind, human civilization, that they could break the odds. They could break all convention. They could beat the rules. That they are not restrained by their human nature. Because monarchy, that's human nature. One guy gets a monopoly on all the shit and all the weapons. Like that's nature. Nature's hierarchical, right? Isn't that the phrase you always hear? They said no. They said no. They said we're going to break that. We believe that we are smart enough and capable enough and learned enough and inspired enough that we can make something new, that we could break our human nature. That's the whole idea of divine providence, that God has given us sapience and the ability to construct. That is why we've been called an ideological nation. Okay? That's the whole idea. And so it follows that in this new situation we found ourselves in, this new republic that we found ourselves in, we need to think of a solution. I mean, I said it before. White people, because this is who we're talking about, right? White people put a man on the moon. A man on the moon. But do you understand that? We took a man, put him in a tin can, and shot him at the moon. Landed him there, brought him back unscathed. Unscathed. And he lived the rest of his life and died of natural causes. White people did that. If we can do that, I'm pretty sure we can find a way to live peacefully with Mexicans. I'm pretty sure we can find a way to live peacefully with some black people. If we can figure out the atom bomb, if we can figure out vaccines and mold turning into penicillin and all these insane things that are just absolutely insane. If we can figure all that out, I'm pretty sure we could figure out a way to live next to black people. I think we can do that. I'm sorry that I have hope in us. I'm sorry that I don't see us as an animal. Yeah, of course there's an Orthodox service for ordination of a king. Yeah, because Europe and the grander Christian world was monarchies for a very long time. But the whole idea was that we're going to break away from that. The Bible doesn't prescribe a government system. You know that, right? The Bible's not like the Quran. Doesn't prescribe a government system. Like, not even the Catechism. There's no Sharia law in Christianity, man. Like, there's no prescribed system. That doesn't work. No, I get that the achievements of a few people, I get that. But, like, the point is, like, we did that as a nation, as a people. Actors and people and, figures, whatever, from our people did that. And so we can do it. We can do it. I believe that. I believe we can. I believe we can. And I'm sorry that I believe in that, but I do. I do. Because the only other option is death. That's the other option. The other option is death. Like, you need to understand that, okay? We would not win that war. Even if they say, okay, yeah, great, we'll have this great war. Yeah, we're not going to win it. Sorry, not going to win it. We're not. Because a ton of white people, like the vast majority of white people, like their black friends. Like, they like their Hispanic friends. They think it's funny that they have an Arab friend. And they enjoy that. Like, that the vast majority of white people, especially young white people, live like that. This stuff, this internet stuff, lives and dies here. In the real world, that's not how people live. And so to say, oh yeah, okay, well, if it needs to be a war, then we'll have this big race war. Okay, yeah, we're going to lose. Like, we're going to lose. You're going to lose that war. Most of our armed forces, you know how many black people and Hispanic people are in the armed forces, dude? Like, we're losing that war. We're not going to win. So then what is the other solution? Oh, yeah, okay, great. We'll all live like Return to the Land. Okay, great. Go fucking do that then, dude. Like, get real. Like, think with your head. For 2 seconds, just think. Think about politics. Because, like, you know who doesn't do this fantasy LARP nonsense and doesn't live in La La Land? Israel. Do you hear Netanyahu talking about how he's going to bring back the based Sadducees? How they're gonna resurrect Meir Kahana and have him take over the fucking world? Do you hear him say that? No. He works in political realities because that's what politics is political realities. Live in political realities. Think with your fucking head in political realities. Think with your mind. But most people don't have those. Most people are just idiots. They're stupid. And I get why my forefathers looked at their forefathers and were like, these people are going up. Like, I get why WASPs, I get why someone like a Hamilton looked at like Southern Europeans and Slavs and whatever, and we're like, yeah, you people are going up.
It is only by God we can restore America. We forgot him, and until we remember him, nothing will change.
That's what Hamilton was about. That's why I like Hamilton. Hamilton was a lot like Jefferson was the atheist one who said he needs a big wall between church and state. Hamilton was like, we should be religiously pluralist, like we should have pluralism, but the state should not be atheist. The state should recognize the existence and power and worship of God. And that should be from the Christian understanding because we are Christian. Okay. But he also was open to other religions in their society. He was very pro, let's have other religions in our society and we can learn from one another. And all of us believe in God, or at least all the monotheistic ones believe in God, which those are the real religions. Okay. No one wants Hinduism around. I mean, come on. But this was the idea. Okay. No, I know. Okay, well, he had a sign that said King of Jews. It was a mockery. You know that, right? That the sign King of Jews was Rome making fun of him. You know that, right? He's the King of Kings. He's the King of all kings. That's literally the argument that the founding fathers used, was they said, well, no king can have authority because only God is king. Have you not seen? Okay, hold on. Have you guys not seen this flag? The pine tree flag, an appeal to heaven. It's a flag that George Washington used to fly. And it comes from, like, I'll open up Wikipedia for you. This is what he meant by that, okay? This is what he meant, okay? It's the right of revolution. It's the idea that basically, like, only God is king, so earthly kings will all bow before God, basically. Anyways. No, not W. Cromwell. No, not W. Cromwell. It does, okay, that is true. It only works with the Protestant worldview. That is true. I will say that. But it doesn't have to be. It's the Protestant worldview spawned that, but we can learn from that. Like, we can learn. We can learn from other religions. Like, we can learn from people. Why is this such a fucking crazy concept? This is what I mean, okay? This is why WAS, hold on.
William, the Jews wanted to change it to say he said he was the king of the Jews, but Pilate was the one who wrote it and he didn't change it and said, I have written what I have written.
Is that the direct line? I should have that off the top of my head, but I don't. But no, like, Jesus is obviously the king of Jews, but he's the king of kings. Like, let's remember that he's the king of all. Like, not just Jews. He's the king of all. He is the king of kings. But that doesn't mean then that monarchy... He said his kingdom is not of this world. It doesn't mean that monarchy is the only way to go. Which also, you're not going to start a monarchy in America. That's not going to happen. Like, that's even dumber. Honestly, you'd have a better chance of pulling off a race war than you would establishing an American monarchy. Like, who the fuck would even be the king? Who would be the king? You? Like, in Iran, they have a guy. His name's Pahlavi. And he could show up and become king. The Russians, like, there are still Romanovs that are alive that you could put in charge. Who would you put in charge of the American monarchy? Who? You? Me? Who the fuck's going to be the American monarch? Yes, exactly. Only Christ is king. Christ is king of kings. That's a fact. Something that our founding fathers understood was that only God is king. But by the way, this is why we can't trust. I'm gonna get canceled for this. Folks, lock in. I'm gonna get canceled for this. Listen, I do agree that like politically, like Europeans should like lead America. I agree. I think only WAS should be allowed to lead America. Cancel me. Go ahead and cancel me. Only WAS and like only Northern Europeans should be allowed to lead. I'm sorry. The Italians, no. The Irish, no. The Slavs, no. The Greeks, no. Just no. Because we are the only ones who have this view. We are the only ones. On this fucking guy again. All right. See you tomorrow, buddy. The only reason, like, the reason that Northern Europeans were able to build empires that took over the whole world and like were able to do the things that they did is because they have civilizational empathy. Because of the Northern European ethos, okay? It is only Northern Europeans, only Northern Europeans that ever said, maybe we can learn from other people. Maybe we were wrong about some things. We're the only ones. We're the only ones who ever stepped back and said, maybe we can learn from our mistakes. Maybe there were mistakes. Maybe we were wrong. We are the only people who ever did that. Ever. Name one other people that ever did that. One. The Ottomans, they still deny the Armenian genocide. To this day. Northern Europeans are the only people who have ever said, maybe we can learn from the past. Only Northern Europeans would apologize for past atrocities. Only us. Everyone else is a traditionalist. Italians, the Irish, they're traditionalists. They look at their actions and say, no, that wasn't a mistake because that's the tradition. Because tradition is more important than anything. And that means, like, if someone says the tradition is wrong, they're wrong because their fathers did it that way and their fathers' fathers did it that way. And so if you go against the tradition, you are heresy and need to be purged. That is how every other society works. Only Northern Europeans ever came up with the ethos of maybe we can learn about ourselves. This is why historically Northern Europeans looked down on the Irish and the Italians. And it's also why they became Protestants so quickly, is because they liked the idea of maybe we can learn. I'm Orthodox because it's true. But I can understand why. Like, Protestantism has proven itself to be a lie. That's just a fact. Protestantism, I'm a WASP supremacist. Yeah, I'm not a white supremacist. I'm a WASP supremacist. I don't think Italians should have roles in Congress. I'm sorry. I'm a WASP supremacist. I think the white, like the Swarthopians, no. Sorry, buddy. No. You see this? Look at this. You see this? What's this? You see this? What's this? This is straight hair. You got curly hair? Nope. Not doing that. No Cuomos, no Stavros, no nothing. Not doing that. No. No, obviously tradition is important in the church. Tradition in the church, that's one thing, okay? The church, oh my God. Tradition in the church, of course, that's the truth, of course. But that's a tradition that came from God. From God. God is like God and the state of, I don't know, fucking Albania are two very different things. I know a lot of Albanians would disagree with that, but that's the truth. The tradition of God is very different than the tradition of man. They're not the same thing. Like, bro. Yeah, by the way, the Roman ethos was Northern European. All of the original Romans, like the original Roman senators, like they were Northern European. They were from North Italy. They were like me. They weren't Sicilian. They didn't look like Tony Soprano. They look like me. They're Germanic. Like, or not Germanic, but they're like, you know, Yamnaya, they're Aryan or whatever. They were not Swarthopian. They weren't Sicilian. Sicilians look like that because like Arabs took over the region. That's why. All historical records show that like Northern Italians, and by the way, you can still see it to this day, Northern Italians are, like they look like Northern Europeans. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Like the idea, like they were very white. They were very, very white. If you look at all the legends of all like old, they were very, very white. They look like me. They didn't look like, I don't know, Michael Knowles. Like fucking Caesar did not look like Michael Knowles. Let's note that, okay? Caesar did not look like Michael Knowles, okay? He looked more like me than he did Michael Knowles, okay? Yeah, later emperors did because mixing occurred, but like the earliest that established Roman law, everyone knows historically they were like way whiter. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, of course Michael Knowles is Italian. Why do you think he looks like that? Anyways, point being, okay? Point being, Europe, but more specifically, Europe, but more specifically Northern Europeans, were the only ones who ever had this idea of civilizational empathy, of saying maybe, just maybe, we could be wrong. And that's what enabled the British Empire. Like, that's what enabled the British Empire. Why? Because this is my grand theory on society. You want to know, the stream's going to end soon, so I'm going to give you guys my most crackpot theory to end the stream, my most controversial take. So lock in, okay? Lock in. This is easily my most controversial take, okay? Because we're wrapping up the stream. So my most controversial take is that the reason Europe was so dominant over other societies, alongside like biological determinism, okay, which that obviously plays a role. I think one of the things that we have, and now I don't know if it's chicken or the egg here. I don't know which one came first. I don't know if this raised our IQ or if our IQ was responsible for this, but our empathy, our civilizational empathy shows that we have the ability, the cognitive ability to say, we were wrong about something. How can we learn? And that's how innovation works. Because think about it. Who invented everything? Who invented 98% of the modern world? Northern Europe. Not anywhere in Europe, Northern Europe. And who are the most civilizationally empathetic? Northern Europe. It's where the most like ideological liberals and shit are. They are the most empathetic. Those are the countries that like apologize for atrocities. Like you see them doing that, England especially. I think it's literally their civilizational empathy that allowed them to build the modern world, is because they said, how can we learn from our mistakes? Or how can we innovate? How can we innovate? How can we take things that happened and learn from them and come up with new ideas? How can we break the mold? Other societies said, no, tradition is tradition. And so we live in tradition and we don't change things ever. Like Greeks are like that. Greeks are very tradition heavy. Greeks say, no, that's tradition. You don't change that. And that led to them not inventing shit. When I say Greeks, I mean modern Greeks. I don't mean like historic, like ancient Greeks. That's my take, man, is that this is where the modern ethos comes from. That's my controversial take. You can disagree with me if you want, but I mean, listen, I'm Vrillium. I'm right. It is what it is. You can disagree with me. But yeah, that's the great shame, is that now they're all liberal. That's the great shame, is that their empathy allowed them, or I guess because I'm one of them, our empathy allowed us to create all these great things and to learn from our mistakes and to break tradition, to break norms, but it also made us very liberal. And it made us invite in societies that don't share that ethos. And when you don't share that ethos, the traditionalists will win because they have more brute strength. Because tradition is brute strength, while ours is smarts. That's the difference. That's the difference. And by the way, that is why the greatest conflict is between us and the tribe. Because what is the tribe? They are the most traditionalist. The tribe is so traditionalist that they believe that they are the same people, blood-wise, from 10,000 years ago. We're very different. That's the great battle. But folks, with all that being said, we're going to wrap up the live. I want to say thank you to my super chatters. Who was the top chat tonight? The top chat, I think it was the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you for that. That's awesome. The new 5 gifted members. If you want to become a member of my channel, feel free to do so. You get cool emojis. If one of the members in the chat, if you want to flex your emojis real quick, if you want to put them in chat, those who have them, we have my cat, and we have the little Never Vance frog. With all being said, let me do a little promo before we go, folks. If you want to get yourself some merch, I've been told there's actually some problems with the merch site, so I got to fix that. But if you want to get some merch, right now on sale, we have I'm actually going to lower the price even more. Our AIPAC paid me to be here t-shirt. If you want to get yourself a t-shirt, let people know that AIPAC paid you to be there in beautiful white, black, and Qatari red. Be sure to pick one up. We also have Qatari-backed influencer shirt. Same colors. What else do we have? The I'm Not in the Epstein Files shirt. The little CSGO air. Incredible. Plastic radicals. But folks, all being said, I will be live again on Thursday. Thursday might be when we do the debate. So Thursday, I might be doing a debate on this channel. So that'd be huge. That'd be pretty cool. Get to watch me debate. So if you want to see that, watch me either destroy or be destroyed. You can take a look. You can come join. Again, if you want to check out the link tree, follow me everywhere else. Like I said, I'm at Vrillium Live everywhere. Everywhere, okay? Everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, Rumble, Kick. Follow me everywhere at Vrillium Live. Oh man. God damn, I'm getting tired. I wake up early for filming. So anyways, folks, with all that being said, thank you for stopping by the stream. I appreciate it. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern, big video. We're doing a video on Middle Eastern Christians. Unless something like crazy happens in the news in the next, 12 hours. Like if a nuclear bomb falls in the next 12 hours, we're obviously going to cover that. But if nothing big happens in the next 12 hours, Middle Eastern Christians, check that out. It's going to be great. You guys are like really fucking mad about what I was just talking about, weren't you? Guys, it's my opinion, okay? Get over it, all right? It's my opinion, okay? You don't agree. Okay, whatever. That's not my fault. Like, what do you want me to do? It's my, cancel me. Go ahead, dude. Come on, we can disagree. Anyways, folks, with all that being said, thank you for stopping by the stream. I appreciate it. I love going on stream with you guys. Again, be sure if you want to become a member of the channel, help support the channel, support me, feel free to do so. Folks, I will see you next time. Like I said, tomorrow, 6 p.m. or on Thursday, 7 p.m. Going live again. Thank you, folks, for stopping by. I appreciate it. I will catch you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. Don't be late. Make sure you comment, hype the video, all that. Thanks, folks.